From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Breeze now on first down. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 49 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Got it! 95-56,
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
Now the man from nearby Baton Rouge, it's the LSU star Darius Geis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has. But I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. They go play action here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Stacy McGee in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
21. 5-8. Ready, let's set.
Breeze now. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Got
it. He's going to get it running right. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
21.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Completes it right side to Dodson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A shotgun snap for Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. On first down, Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
11, 14. 95, 56.
Now Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 48 yards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Got it. 11.
Now Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's caught. Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Now, Breeze again. And this is going to be incomplete. So getting in there to swat that one away, Josh Norman defensively.
I still remember the first time I saw him in person. It was a postseason college all-star game, and he's out of Coastal Carolina, and he was the buzz of the week. Everyone kept talking about that corner. Got to go back and do more work on him. It's paid off pretty darn well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Josh Norman's had quite an impact in the NFL.
Coastal Carolina round 5, and now a stud. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Here's Smith. Looking long for his tight end read. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. And even 50 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Geis alone in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup. On 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will get him one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw outside, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Breeze now to throw. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw, Smith. And that's complete. It's Sims. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Smith now on second down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. A deep ball for Dotson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Got it. 5-8, 5-8. Move out. 5-5. 12.
Breeze to throw on second down. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now Breeze on third down. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The final shot before half for Breeze. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They start the second half with a run by Geis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Steps away to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Saints on third down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Sammy! Got it!
They get it to him running left. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Here's Breeze to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Always laugh when I see guys like Deron Payne play because their ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage, to find weak spots in the offensive front and get upfield and make plays. That's what they call playing the piano in the NFL. Those guys who can move it and then get to the quarterback.
So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, back up.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Completes it right side to Dodson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Smith flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
Running with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Breeze going to throw. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a second down. Breeze to throw again. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Give him 30 yards there. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
21.
From midfield, here's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Saints on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
21. 5-1. 11. 5-4.
Now Breeze. Smith catches left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down, here's Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Here we go. You're good. Line 4, ready. 36.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Here we go. My mate. Hey, easy.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
12.
On first down, Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cameron Meredith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. So out now come the Redskins. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. Bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last throw here for Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.